We're just calling it Power Rangers Ninja Steel Season 2. None of this super season nonsense. Beginning with a recap of the end of last season, Odious blowed up all the Megazords and all the Rangers flew out like, whoa! And Odious sends out some of her Fox cannons to blast the Rangers, causing them to demorph. But then they suddenly stop blasting. And then Odious realizes the Megazord starts stalling. So she hops out and realizes that she didn't charge one of the ninja gears. So she chews out Venema for not charging it, where she tries defending herself, saying that she didn't get her opportunity to. So Badana gives her her gear back and tells her to charge it or find someone else to. And Odious sends the Megazord back onto the ship for repairs and to charge the other ones. Oh, and by the way, Venema is played by my waifu, Paige.
Honestly, how I'm feeling after what happened. Well, Renee, it feels like it is never gonna change. It is the same old, and quite frankly, I'm sick of it.
Tynamon tries confronting Odious for what she's done, stating that this is high treason to go against Galvanax. But Odious states that she's just taking back her show. Meanwhile, the Rangers all regroup and lick their wounds. But then the prism shows them clips from Jungle Fury and Wild Force, so Boom has an idea to forge some new stars. But then Sarah gets a call from Monty saying that it's a science fair today. Where are you? Sarah says she's in the middle of something very important, and tells Monty him and Victor can just use her project, which was a made-at-home super magnet. Boom makes some new Shurikens, but they come out orange and blank, and no one knows why. But unfortunately, a new challenger appears. Pincher, the newest member of the Galactic Ninjas, here to avenge his fallen comrades. Played by the man, the myth, the legend, the meme, John Cena, who does have experience working with Nickelodeon.
Go, that's what you do. You're gonna go find out everything there is to know about this guy. He's a wrong dude, I can feel it. This cottage cheese is also wrong. Throw it out.
Okay.
You get a full report and you get back to me.
And Venema just states that he was a fan that she allowed to join and gave the ninja gear to. Then there's some fighting. Meanwhile, Victor and Monty test out the magnet, and they conveniently steal all of the Ninja Steel Shurikens, except for Brody's, which causes everyone to demorph. And Pincher's like, well, that was easy. So then he kidnaps Victor and Monty and steals the magnet. Everyone's like, ah, crap. Now they have to think of a way to get their shurikens back. Meanwhile, Odious is presented the two, and she tasked Victor and Monty to craft the Nexus Shuriken, which will give her unstoppable powers, explaining why the Galaxy Warriors wanted the shurikens in the first place. Oh, and Pincher, because he recovered all the Ninja Steel Shurikens, he is now a Galaxy Warrior champion. Monty thinks it's a bad idea to work with the Galaxy Warriors, finally seeing that Sarah is the pink ninja. But Victor says it would be fine. This way they can be even more famous than the ninjas are. Brody and Boom drive out into a quarry, and Brody demorphs. Odious teleports down, and the ninjas' plans are Brody's going to hand over a fake red shuriken, and the other ninjas disguised as Foxbots are going to sneak onto the Galaxy Dome and steal their real shurikens back. But then the plan goes south quick when Boom sneezes and turns from the red shuriken back to normal. And Odious is like, what? But then before this gets resolved, then Galvanax teleports down holding a torn apart Foxbot, tossing it to Odious, revealing that he survived her assassination attempt. Galvanax states that he'll deal with Odious later, but for now he must have the red shuriken again. Calvin notes again, revealing themselves as the Foxbots, So Galvanax tries blasting them, but Brody steps in front of the blast, saving his friends. And the ninja prism arrives and smacks Galvanax around a little. And to prevent Galvanax taking the red shuriken, Brody tosses it in the air and smashes it into 3 pieces. He takes the 3 parts and, just like his dad a decade ago, dives into the ninja prism to protect them. Galvanax screams that he must have him again, and he tries pounding the prism to let him in. At the same moment, Monty has a heel turn and fakes accidentally dropping all the ninja shurikens out the garbage chute, which fall into the hands of the ninjas. Eventually, Brody wakes up within the prison, and he notices his father, Dan. Father and son reunite, and Dan explains where he has been, or really, when he was been, but also where. He was stuck in the prism, which is part of the morphing grid, which doesn't really have time within it. Essentially, Dan's been in a time warp. So for Brody, it's been a decade. Mentally, it's been very long for Dan, but physically, it's only been a few days. It was the morphing grid that helped heal him after his first fight with Galvanax. He was able to hone his skills as a ninja thanks to 2 masters he was able to communicate with through the morphing grid, and even take control of the prison. So really, Dan helped Brody and Boom escape in episode 1, and helped the Rangers throughout the season create new Zords. Brody asks why hasn't he tried escaping the prison. Him and Levi miss him, which Dan says he's tried escaping, but it's a lot easier to enter the morphing grid by yourself than it is to exit by yourself without any advanced technology. So now Dan and Brody are kind of stuck within the prism. But Brody starts thinking, wait a minute, my shuriken! As we see the 3 shards get reformed into 3 separate red shurikens. Brody starts thinking, if I grab one, and then you grab one, it'll rocket us out, right? Dan starts saying, well, that's kind of dumb, but I really have no better idea. So the 2 try it, and it actually works. Brody reunites with everyone, and Levi and his dad have a good moment together. Galvanax recognizes Dan, and the 2 fight, and even unmorph, Dan has far more power than he did back then, just leveling the quarry between the 2. During a pause in the fight, Galvanax is able to actually reach within the prison and grabs the 3rd red shuriken. And everyone's like, what? How? Huh? And the Galaxy Warriors teleport away, as Odious demands that Victor and Monty turn on the magnet. And they do, and they're able to grab the gold red shuriken from Dan. Galvanax then confronts Odious for betraying him, but before this gets anywhere hazy, just suddenly the wormhole from the end of Dino Charge opens and Sledge's ship flies out. They're able to stabilize for a second, but then the magnet pulls them towards them. Odious sees this happening, pushes Galvanax away, and teleports back inside the ship, as the magnet causes the 2 ships to collide against each other, with Galvanax getting sandwiched in between. And then the Earth, that didn't survive the compression from the wormhole, flies out in like asteroid chunklets and slams against the 2 ships, sending them spiraling, and then flies off into space. Everyone sees this happening and celebrates that they don't have to see the Galaxy Warriors for a while. So they all start camping out. Brody and Levi are happy that their father is back, and everyone but Sarah is celebrating their victory. But Sarah's a little upset because she remembers that Victor and Monty were still on the ship as they were sent spiraling. And the Galaxy Warriors have 2 shurikens. But Greybot ensures her that let's just celebrate for now, and then we can look for them later.